Alaikum, this is Fahad Hussain, and my topics are useful meditations and cultivate joy from the book 10 Simple Solutions for Building Self Esteem. First of all, I would like to thank Sir Afzal for giving us this opportunity to gain ourselves and know about the self esteem, which can develop our body, peace, and we can destroy or maintain the depression in ourselves as we are young. So, to end these things like depression, negative thoughts, we are doing this activity. The first topic of mine is a useful mindful meditations. Basically, they are this chapter is consist of two things, that wisdom mind and love. These both things are essential in our personality, which attracts more people to the in wisdom mind. We have a ordinary mind too, which has a negative thoughts, but when we improve and we work on it by the self esteem activities, we can make a wisdom mind, so we can be more motivated and not to gain negative thoughts. And negative thoughts can be very disturbing, and they can demotivate us, so we have to be very careful while doing that. We have to consist of mindful wisdom mind, as the love is also essential part of the mindful meditation. Love leads us to mindfulness, uh, because it gives us peace. We can be happy. We have also the loving nature. We care for ourselves, we care for others, which leads towards the kindness. We show respect to others, as we are expecting them to give respect to us. We are making relationships and sense of emotions. By this activity, we can gain the trust of the others, also they can gain ours. The sense of emotions give us warming and soothing comfort, which gives us peace and mindful meditation. And the other things in love, that love is very essential in our life. So it gives us mental health, and which leads to by to achieve this thing, to gain the mindful mental health by using the meditations. There are some meditations in the book, which are yoga, rest, therapy, which all of these activities lead us towards the peace. So this is from the chapter 5. Hello, this is chapter 6, cultivate joy. As you know, life is very difficult, and one of the greatest challenges is how to enjoy it. Cultivating more joy in life promotes self esteem by building our confidence in our ability to experience the pleasure. So, which means that cultivate joy, happiness leads towards the happiness, enjoy life, which can kill depressions, all sorts of the negative thoughts. What are the happiness myths? They are the certain myths which can be readily challenged, appear to reduce one's ability to enjoy life. We can achieve happiness by many things. We think we can be happy if we have wealth, if we pray, or everyone has their own spirit of joy. So it's their own choice, but here are the some processes which, if you do not have happiness, so which leads toward you the medical or psychological problems, which are mental illness, depressions, and great mimic, anxiety, elevated cholesterol as well. Because if you are mentally frustrated, or you depressed, so you are sleeping more, you are wasting your time as in a room or something like that. It can be very painful for us. It can leads you also to sleep apnea, weight gain, and headache, which can be very harmful for your health. Other than that, everyday mindfulness, how can you achieve that? Present in the movement. You can be present in your moment. You have to enjoy yourself, as to live your life according to your plans and your goals. Calmful meditation, joyful. You can do your meditations to be calm, joyful, and mindful, which can give you sensations, taste, sight, aroma, sound better. All the senses of our work better when we have peace and spiritual self in our. These are the essential needs of our life. We should do these things to gain the self esteem better. Gratitude is the behavior of ourself which towards others. We have to be very thankful and grateful to others, so it can also give the respect to us, and which comes in handy in also the trust. The other thing is that the traditions are the something which from the childhood we are obligated to follow, uh, but the traditions have some negative point but also the positive. They give us they feel us comfortable, familiar, enjoyed. They by the traditions and the culture of ours, they give a spiritual feeling of ours, so they we can be connected to our culture in Pakistan, to our religion, by the family traditions. We are connected to our family, so we can enjoy and we gain the sense of joy working together. The other thing is that cultivate optimism. Optimism is that to create a optimism you have to be very realistic. You need to have a realistic expectation, uh, and confidence is the basic need to gain it. uh, if you are not performing well, if you are overconfident, so it will lead toward the poor performance and you will be very disappointed in that. The first topic of ours was the happiness miss. I would like to tell you about that. Happiness is not about all the joy. You have to enjoy the life by making the decisions by which the outcomes decide whether you are happy or not. So, in the limited amount of your time, you should be very thankful to God and enjoy your life as your goals are orientated. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Lakshauja. Today I tell you the book 10 Simple Solutions to Self-Esteem. Chapter number 7. Appreciate your body. The body is an external or inner worth, is not related to your weight, appreciation or health status. Although your culture might lead us to believe otherwise. However, the way we experience your body typically corresponds to where we experience your core selves. If we reject your body overall because of particularly perceived follows we are also likely to condemn your core self for some present imperfections. If your body have been mistreated, ridiculed, or called names, we may learn to your experience your body with shame. By extension, this shame might spread to your core self, yet we can learn to experience your body with greater appreciation and satisfaction. This is your turn help us to adopt a more accepting attitude toward your inner self. Kevin Miller, a beloved music teacher who happened to weigh 600 pounds, Miller 2000, with the help of his loving wife, Miller learned that his identity rests inside him. He learned to accept himself while trying every day to manage his weight. As a result, his students learned to look beneath superficial outer appearances. Likewise, when Christopher revived of Superman fame because paralyzed, his wife told him that she would understand if he wanted to end his life, but that she still loved him and hoped that he would choose to live his child. Understanding the difference between core worth and external said that his father could no longer run, but he could still smile, so the immeasurably worth of the core persists despite the imperfections of the body. Just as we can learn to accept your core worth as different from your externals, we can also learn to appreciate our body despite their imperfections. Let's see how this is done. Now I tell you chapter number 8, care for your mind by caring for your body, because the mind and body are interactively connected. Taking care of your body is the way to strengthen mental health and self-esteem. Stated more emphatically, we cannot accept to feel your best psychologically if we neglect your physical health. The good news is that we now we now know how to optimize physical health, and the investment of time, money, and effort required to accomplish this is not exclusive. Physical health is like a three-legged stool which topples if one of the leg is missing. The three legs of physical health are sleep, exercise, and nutrition. Sleep. Although we spend a third of your lives in bed, sleep has not been seriously studied until recently. Sleep has become much more common, and we now know that insufficient sleep adversely affected mood, immunity, insulin resistance. The two factor compromise good sleep. Domain and Vaughan. 1999. The first is the most of sleep. Most adults need more than 8 hours per night to feel and function at their best. But the typically adults get less than 7 and carries an accumulated late sleep debates that exceed 24 hours. A single good night's sleep will not pay off this sleep debate, but will to make one feel drowser. The next day you can determine your sleep need by sleeping as long as you can each night over a period of several weeks until your sleep level of is a constant number of hours. This is the amount you need. Alternately, assume that you need 8 to 25 hours of sleep per night. If you feel drowsy after getting this amount of sleep for several weeks, 8 20 minutes or more. The second factor necessary for good sleep is regularity. The brain regulates sleep rhythms which weaken as we age. To keep sleep cycle regular, we need regular wake up and retiring times. Adults typically shortchange themselves during the week and try to make up the lost hours over the weekend. This disturbs sleep cycle and tend to promote insomnia and daytime drowsiness. Try to retire and rise at the same time each day, even on weekend. This time by no more than an hour from one day to another. If possible, avoid nighttime shift work, which is associated with higher rates of a number of disease and shorter lifespans. If you shift time vary, see if your supervisor will agree to let you move from earlier to later shift. The brain handles staying up later better than it does retiring earlier. For example, you may try to start with 9 am to 5 pm shift and then move to 5 pm to 1 am shift and finally move to the 1 am to 9 am shift. Ideally, you would maintain each shift for a week or even month. Now I tell you exercise. Dozens of studies have found a link between exercise and self-esteem. Spence, Pons, and Rank 1997. Physically activate also sharpens thinking, improves that mood, raises energy level, fights aging, and help to prevent a host of medical disease. The current federal exercise guidelines call for at least 30 minutes of exercise most or perfectly all day. If one is trying to stay or become fairly lean, then the recommended amount to stay or become fairly lean increase then the recommending amount increase to 60 or 90 minutes. These amounts are considerably greater than those recommended previous because the country has become so sedentary. Now I tell you nutrition. Along with inactivity, overeating is associated with your growing obesity epidemic and a number of diseases. But intelligent eating can improve mood, performance, and energy level while helping us to stay lean. The nutrition dietary guidelines are consistent with abundant research linking nutrition to health. The following are the daily intake guideline given by the USDA 2005 for healthy eating. Assuming a total intake of 2000 calories per day, the extremized amount considered healthy for the most abundant fruit, a total of 2 cup of fresh, frozen and canned fruit. Vegetable, a total of 2.5 cup of cut off raw or cooked vegetables. Beans such as black, can be counted here or in the meat group but not in both. Grain, a total of 6 1 ounce equivalents, where a 1 ounce equivalent is a slice of bread. Lean meat and bean, a total of 5 or 1 ounce equivalents. Milk, a total of 3 cups, where a 1 cup equivalent is 1 cup low fat or fat free milk or yogurt, 1 ounce of low fat oil, a total of 6 teaspoon equivalents, where a teaspoon's equivalent is 1 teaspoon vegetable oil or soft margarine, tablespoon of low fat mayonnaise, or 2 vegetable spoons of light salad dressing. A quick look at these guidelines reveals that an optimal eating plan derives most of its calories from plant sources. Plant food provide fiber, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and phytochemicals that are vital for good mental and physical health. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Manibari, and now I'm giving you an explanation of chapter 9, Develop Your Character and Spirituality, which is a chapter of book 10 Simple Solutions for Building Self Esteem. This chapter is divided into three topics. Which one is develop character, the second is forgiving others, and the third is forgiving self. So, first topic is our is develop character. So, what is develop character? Develop character means developing your character, your inner character. It means you have to build your moral behavior in and simple behavior. The developing character is one of his moral character, and or which is also said is inner or strength of your body, which is your character. So, develop character is based on morality. If you want to develop your character, so first work on morality and say truth. Always be truth. Always talk on truth. Don't be said lie, and be dependable. It means not depend on others. Depend on yourself. So this will be develop your character. And the second is courage is also make your character strong. And this means you have to build your ability to do your work with your bravery, with your strength. So in that way will not you will not feel a pain. See, that's why you have we are very strong man. In the courage, you does not have to judge others. Don't judge others, judge yourself. What you are, what you have to do, what can you do. Okay. Then the others is Dean John said, self approval means you have to approve yourself first. You have to argument with you. Okay, you can do this, you can do this, and no any other things can disappointed you, discourage you. Only you can do it. So Dean John said, increase your self approval. And Dean John said, oneself means avoid hurting, don't avoid others. And the other is neutral behavior. Be a neutral behavior, not a wrong. Don't be a fake in the front of others. And Dean John also said, that believe on you, believe on a oneself, that is you, on yourself, and avoid hurting. So if you avoid hurting, then you will not be. If you avoid hurting, so you have, be a create your character very strong. And the other is seek the good for self. Um, it means seek the good for yourself means when someone gives you approval, you think to yourself, it means you must be doing everything right, and it makes you feel good. So be a seek the good for yourself. Okay. The other topic is our forgiving others, and that means if you first forgiving others by help, you can also forgiving others by help. This is also, develop your character very strong with your with spirituality. And extend forgiveness. It means in every time, in every communication, in every talk with others, you have to every time forgive, forgive, help them, make them happy, make a smile on their faces. In that way you're correct, and in that way you build a very develop character on yourself by helping others, by smiling on the other faces. The third topic is forgiving self. Forgiving self is also divided into subpoints, which is forgiveness as a conscientious and be patient, and the other is model a good behavior. So forgiveness as a conscientious is with the resentment and regardless. It means you have to be resentment and regardless. So the next part is be patient. So be patient, wait for the things. Everything is possible when you wait and be patient. And when you do a thing with patient, with be a patient with slowly, this will be a good, this work with will be a very good. Be a patient, calm your body, calm down on your brain, and take care of yourself. If you take care of yourself, mm, if you take care of yourself, you will also be a develop your character, and understand guilt and shame. uh, what would you do when you be ashamed and guilt? When you will be a guilt, so feel this, what's wrong with what are you doing, what's wrong did you do. So uh, take care, seek this, what you do. This will be very uh, the learning of what you do. Hey, this bad, good, wrong, which will feel your guilt and shame. So this will be also made your character. Okay. Model a good behavior is forgiving self. With is also with forgiving self. Model a good behavior, which is also helps other, and so make a good behavior of your body. And other is expectations, and don't expect with others, expect with yourself. take expectations, made expectations for yourself, not for others. Okay, then the other is create rituals. So this is our chapter, develop your character and spirituality, and which is on develop character, forgiving others, and the third is forgiving self. This chapter will be on develop your character. How to could you develop your character for with forgiving others, with how with self esteems, for helping others, for happy with others. Mm, what could you do to learn for your character, for developing your character, and oneself, do self approval, be dependable on, be dependable not on others, depend on yourself, don't judge others, judge on yourself, and and be patient and take care of yourself. And take care of yourself, you can build a very good character for you. Hi guys, again I'm telling you about the chapter 10, which is look ahead, which is from the book 10 simple solution for building self-esteem. So what's the meaning of look ahead? So look ahead means to think about what will happen in the future. The past year has been successful, and looking ahead, we expect to do even better in the coming months. Looking ahead to the next year, it means looking ahead to the next year. Uh, mm, this is also means this is the book. This is a chapter of the book 10 simple solutions for the building self-esteem. Means when you read the chapter 10, so what will be you become when you read the 9 chapters, and what will be you learn from the 9 chapters, and what character you will build. So the look ahead means what will be you achieve uh, in the future when you will read and learn on the this book. So this chapter is on 3 subtopics. This chapter is I have 3 subtopics, which one is personality development, and the second is meaning and purpose, and the third is relapse and prevention. So the first is personality development, which means increase your confidence. when you when you build a confidence on you, then you will build a very good personality development. Your character will with a personality uh, which is made by confidence, and improve your development personality uh, from the from developing your character, and gain a sympathy. When you develop your character, your character will be a develop a personality, a good personality with a confidence. So this will be also give you a sympathy from the others. So the our second is meaning and purpose. This chapter, the chapter of the look ahead, of the second topic is meaning and purpose. What is the meaning and purpose of the look ahead? This is planning. First is planning. First you have to be planning for the everything. For everything you have to build, you have to do, you have to achieve, you have to be make, and you have to be a make plan first, then you will work on. And you have to also do a social prospectus and check them and follow them. And the other is tactics, and after the tactics you have to solve this. So you will be gain, you will be knowing what is the meaning and purpose of look ahead. The third is relapse and prevention. Relapse prevention. So if you want relapse prevention, the first is stress inoculation. So what is before the stress inoculation? Stress inoculation means before the stress inoculation, nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect, and nobody gain worth, and nobody have opportunity before the stress inoculation, and they never have focus and stretch yourself. What is during the stress inoculation, when you have stress, so during the stress inoculation, one step at a time. Don't do the uh, multiple of the things. Do a one step, take a one step and uh, do on it. And the stress for when you're on a stress, so you have be a difficulties in your work. So don't during the stress, so don't take a stress. Okay, and stay cool inside. If you're taking a stress, so you will be a cold from the inside. So don't take a stress. And what is the after stress inoculation? And the when your stress is end, and then the satisfaction is come come on, satisfaction in build on yourself, in on you. And the other is acceptance. What you have to do, what you do so your acceptance will be in your body, in your character. And after stress, when you have to when you done the work, is test challenges. So we will be very happy when you do a work. You have very you have on your shoulders stress. You are you very difficulties you have to, you doing a work with very difficulties. You have to very stress on you. Then when you completed your work, then you have a satisfaction on you. You are completed your work. And this will be also, when you have a satisfaction on you, this will also decrease your stress and confidence on you and build your character. So there now our chapter 10 is completed. So the 10 chapters are completed. So I have suggestion to others, read this book, the 10 simple solutions for a building self-esteem, which is written by Galen R. Lady. So thank you, guys, for this.